I was just going to ask, what was it like racing Montreal for the inaugural race? Because that was an interesting one in the sense that it was the first one over the Canadian border, obviously an important race for you. And then it was a controversial race that was like a mixture of Paul Tracy, Helio Castroneves, and then Robbie basically going Rosa Parks and refusing to go to the back of the field, and then Kevin Harvick wrecking his own cars. Like wasn't it quite a mess at the end that got sorted out?
Yeah, I do recall. Yeah, I think it was Robbie and Marcus Ambrose that got into it.
Yeah, Marcus was the Australian rookie, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was third at the time. It was a restart, and I think Kevin behind me was, I believe, Scott Pruitt, and I think Kevin Harvick got into who I was driving for. I think he got into Scott Pruitt, who then turned me around. I think that's how that worked. And then whatever, I Robbie ended up running over Ambrose, and then was penalized, but refused, as you say, refused to yield position. And Kevin Harvick ended up winning the race. But yeah, there was the two of them on the front straight, I recall, semi celebrating, but it was Kevin's win, and yeah, it it's a the track is close quarters racing. That's likely as close as as NASCAR had gotten to a temporary or street circuit. There's a couple of sections in the back, that the walls are right at the exit, and there's a wall that's an apex of the corner that you get very very close to at sort of medium high speed. And but yeah, no, it was a track that technically difficult just because of such high speed approach, and then the chicanes are were slow all second gear, and yeah, no, it was a premium on braking, and yeah, there was generally a fair amount of carnage, particularly late, and there was that was where for sure any kind of late caution just breeded more cautions.
Yeah, for sure. That was what a type of race that was. We saw in the rain your victory in 2008, and then there were guys, crashing and the visibility was very poor. And that reminded me of when Bobby Unser won Indianapolis in the rain, and it was almost like driving on a lake. Is that how the 2008 one felt a bit?
Yeah, it was visibility was a big issue. The heavy rain, the puddles, the hydroplaning, where essentially the tire, the water's so deep, you're in the rain tire is incapable of essentially carving through the water. It actually rides on top of the water. And that of course creates all kinds of issues behind the wheel. Um, and and then it got towards the end, uh, got super dark and even heavier rain, and I think cars were crashing into each other behind the safety car because the visibility was so bad. But a lot of it was just it got very dark late in the race, and with the heavy downpour, I think they called it with, I can't remember. It was there weren't too many laps to go, but it got shortened because of the deteriorating conditions, and running out of light.